Hi, welcome back to 17th video of this Java programming series. In this video, we will be discussing on what are static members. That is, what is a static variable, what is a static method. So, what is a static member? So, there are two types of members. One is non-static member, the other one is static member. A non-static member will not have any keywords behind it, but a static member will hold a keyword static. So, for example, static int a. I think you can see this example. Class A has three variables. First two variables int a and int b. These are non-static members, and the third one intentionally I have given a single line empty line here to show the difference between a non-static member and a static member. So the static member will hold a keyword named static behind it, right? So as per this definition, a static member belongs to a class and a non-static member belongs to object, which means uh, the statement a static member belongs to a class indirectly means that this static member is common to any number of objects created to that class. So let us discuss with an example, a simple example. As we saw it already, we have a class here, class A. Inside the class A, we have three variables, among which two is a non-static and one is a static variable. We are creating two objects named OB1 and OB2 for class A. This is the memory allocation. This is the approximate memory allocation that will happen for creating this class A and creating two objects for this class A. Object 1.a occurs two times because object 1.a occurs once and object 1.b occurs once. Similarly, object 2.a and object 2.b. I think you can notice that int a and b has occupied memory, or let us take this way. You can notice something. Variables a and b is created separately for each object. So object 1 holds a and b. Similarly, object 2 also holding a and b. So when it is two object, int a and b will actually hold four memories. A two times for two objects and b two times for two objects. So simply a and B, a non-static members will be created separately for every object. But you can notice that the memory for variable C is created only once, even though we have two objects, which actually indirectly denotes that object 1.a is different from object 2.a, and a value assigned to object 1.a will not reflect object 2.a, which means a and object 1.a is different from object 2.a, but a value assigned to C variable will be common to all the objects. So here we have two objects. Even if we had 100 objects for this class A, all those 100 objects will have same common memory allocated for value C, that is static variable. So we will proceed it further to best understand the concept with the example code. But before that, we will have a quick difference between a static and a non-static variable method. So the first point is quite similar. We already discussed much about this first point. It belongs to static class. A static member belongs to class. On the other hand, a non-static member belongs to object of a class. So irrespective of a number of objects of the class. The second point, this is important point. A static member, it is not necessary to create an object in order to access a static member. So if object is not needed, then how can we access that static member? It can be accessed by using class name. So that will be discussed in example code, but as of now we can have it like a static member can be accessed by using class name, but object creation is not necessary. So that is what we have discussed here. It is class level variable, it belongs to class A but common to all the objects, but non-static members belong to every respective objects from which it is created. So a static member not required to create an object but can be accessed with using class name. On the other hand, we have to create object to access a non-static variable or a method. Third point, a static member can access only static members of the class, but a non-static member can access both static and non-static members. The fourth point, it uses compile time binding. See, imagine I am just compiling this code alone without creating any object. There is no lines like this code. I have removed this line. I am just keeping this class alone. I am just compiling this class alone. What are the memories created here? Class A.c, that is a static variable memory has been created while compiling itself. But int A and int B is not created because there is no object creation is happened here. So if there is no object creation is happened here, then non-static methods or variables will not be created. So that will be created only after object creation. So while compiling itself, since there is not necessary to create an object for a static variable, while compiling itself, this memory will be allocated, and hence it uses compile time binding. The static memory will be binded during compile time, but a non-static variable or a method uses runtime binding. That is, only after creating object, the non-static members will be allocated with memory. So when it is object creation, it can be happen only during runtime, right? Fifth point, a static method cannot be overridden. Since it is compile time, a static member is compile time binding. Method overriding can happen only during runtime. So this both cannot happen at the same time. But a non-static member can be overridden, right? The last point, it occupies less memory and allocation only once. We can go back to this example. A static int C has been allotted only with single memory for both the objects, but A and B together occupies 4 memories. Two variables occupies 4 memories because of two objects. So if we have 50 objects, altogether A and B will occupy 100 memories. But even in that case, of 50 objects, a static integer will occupy only one memory. So that is the last point, less memory and allocation only once during compile time. But this occupies more memories. Allocation and deallocation will happen once the method completes its execution, and since it occupies more memory. So these are the common differences between a static and a non-static member. We will discuss furthermore with the example code. So I think we have discussed already this same class. Class A, we have two non-static members and one static member. So imagine this is the memory. Now I'm going to compile this code without object. So I think we have already discussed this also. Since a static member, it is not required for, since it is not necessary to create an object to access a static member, a static member can be accessed with the help of class name. And also the other point, a static member belongs to class, and hence while compiling this class, even though there is no lines of code of creating object, a memory for this a memory for this static variable has been created while compiling itself. Now what I will do is, the same class, I am creating two objects, ob1 and ob2, right? So initially class a.c is created. Now ob1.a and ob1.b, then ob2.a and ob2.b. So integer variable a and b will be created separate memory for both the objects. So 4 memories created here. Now what I will do is, ob2.c equal to 100. So we already told that class A.c is a static member. Even though it is a static member, we can access even before creating object with help of class name.c. But still, we can access a static member of a class with the help of object name also. But all the object, even ob1.2 and ob1 dot I mean ob1.c and ob2.c will point towards the common memory, that is a static memory created for that variable in the class level. So now what I am doing is I am modifying ob2.c equal to 200. See, so the 200 will be overwritten here. I mean 200 will be assigned here, and I am trying to print ob1.c. So what will be the actual output? So ob2.c and ob1.c, even if we create ob3, ob4, ob5, whatever the object may be, object name dot static integer will point to same memory location. So when I overwrite ob2.c equal to 200 and print ob1.c, the 200 will be printed. So I think we cannot have a much better example than this to understand a static variable and a non-static variable. So what about static methods? Static methods is similar kind to static variable. A static method belongs to class and a non-static members belongs to object. Here we have a class A. This is a non-static method and this is a static method, right? So to access this non-static method, we need to create object. So I have created object ob1 and then I am trying to access ob1.add. But to access this static method, that is not necessary to create an object, and hence I am just using class name. Since it is class level method, static method, class name dot method name will access this method. So we will have an example in Eclipse IDE now. So we have a class named main. Inside that main method, we will remove this from here. We have a two non-static members as we seen in our PPT. So one static member. So two non-static member and one static member. Right. Now, before even creating object, I will show you how to access a static variable. So as we discussed already, it is not necessary to create an object for a static member to access. Instead, we can use a class name because a static member is always belongs to class rather than an object. It is more than enough to access the static member with a class name. Class name is main dot C will be displayed in suggestion. So we have assigned it value 100. See, so in this code we have not even created single object, but we have accessed a variable, a static variable. So right, but when we try to access main dot a, it will show an error. Cannot make a static reference to a non-static field, which means only a static variable or a static method can be accessed with the help of class name dot variable name or method name. A non-static member cannot be accessed like this. Right. Now we will create an object. Main space ob1 equal to and the second object. Now what we will do is the same that we did in our code that is in PPT. ob2 dot c, even though it is a static variable, it can also be accessed with the help of object, but it can also be accessed without object also. C equal to 666. So I have changed the value C value to 666, that belongs to object 2 as of now. Now what I will do is I have changed the value of C from object 2, and I will try to print the value that is present in object 1.c. So I think this best explains the memory management and how the memory has been used by a static variable in Java. The variable C is allotted a single common memory for this entire class, and that is why when I update the value of ob2.c as 666, this C value memory, common memory, is updated with 100 is deleted and 666 is updated, and that is why when I print ob1.c I am getting the same value. And this is with respect to variables. And when it comes to method, public void add, public static void calculator. So we have declared and defined one non-static method and a static method. So same thing like static variable. If I need to access a static method, it is more than enough to access with the help of class name main dot. The only static method is displayed in suggestion. We can access by like this, or in case if I need to access class name dot add, the same error that we got when we try to access a non-static member from a class name. You cannot make a static reference for a non-static member. This method is non-static, and hence you cannot refer like it is a static. So if at all you need to access this non-static method, you need to create object ob1 dot add, but ob1 dot calc is also available. So we can finally come to a conclusion. A static member, a static variable or a static method belongs to class, and it is common to all the objects, and hence we can access a static variable or a static method with the help of class name dot variable name or method name, and even you can access with the help of object also. So by both ways it can be accessed, but still it holds common memory that is common for all the objects with respect to the static variable and method alone. But a non-static variable and method will hold separate memory for separate objects, and it has to be created object to access a non-static variable and a method, and it does not belongs to class, it belongs to objects. I think this video is informative, it is useful. In case you have queries, you can leave comment below. We will reply. Thanks for watching and keep supporting us.